Alright everybody, so in this video we are going to start a very big project with this 2013 Sound FRS. And I've been, in the background collecting money, saving, buying parts. So today is finally have enough parts to start a swap on this car, and I'm very excited to show you guys. So today's gonna be the first video of me starting the swap on it. Alright guys, so here if you can see, I do have the Corvette LS3 engine that I did pick up. I got it for a pretty good deal. It only has 110,000 miles, and it did compression test around 170 all across all 8 cylinders. So as you saw, I did go ahead and just tape off the throttle body, and I already did take off the power steering pump since this car is electric power steering. But this is the engine we are going to be putting into the FRS. I'm very excited to go ahead and start this project, but the first thing we gotta go ahead and do is get this car on jacks, take off the bumper, and start disassembling everything on this car. Alright, so I did get the car up in the ramps. I did go ahead and air it all the way up, aired it up all the way in the back, so I should be able to jack it up from the front and the back. Should be able to put the jack stands jack under there and put the jack stands in there. It is going to be, I am going to lift it up super high since I am going to have to be getting in and out of the car, mocking everything up and doing a lot of modifications under it. But I think it should be a good starting point, so I'm going to go ahead, start getting it jacked up and put the jack stands under the car. Update, so I was able to get the two fronts, the jack stands up off the ground. I am going to take off the wheels in just a little bit, but for now, I mean, I do have the impact, so I can just bust them off. But for now, I did get both jack stands under there. I did just do them under the pinch welds, since I'm going to be crawling around and lowering the subframe a little bit and stuff. So I did go ahead and put them there, and now I'm going to go ahead and start with the back. So it is starting to rain a little bit, but I was able to get all 4 jack stands under the car. I think I am going to go ahead, take off the front bumper, and then raise it a little higher. I can go way higher on the rear. I just gotta match the front as well, because I am going to be under there a lot. So I probably am going to just jack it up a little bit more, but I mean, there's decent space to get under it. But I'm going to go ahead and start disassembling the front end, taking off the front bumper, the wheels, and all that other stuff.
Breaking out newborns, driven by the allure. Facing life head on, blowing fresh at the door. No limits or any, yeah, be ready to soar. Every step that I take, every move that I make, anticipating no more waiting, elevating the stakes. Some full stride, eyes open, captivating the scene. True life, my time, liberating my dreams. Every challenge that I'm seeking to meet, I'm overcoming, steady grinding, keep my beat to the street. I keep my mind thinking wise, open, better to keep. Rising high, go get it with the vision I see. I'm getting clever, yeah.
Alright, so now that I was able to go ahead and get both wheels out, they're here on the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and get started with taking out the 2 bolts on the bumpers. This is for the Rocket Bunny, so it's gonna be 2 of these. Yeah, a little bit crusty, so I'll go ahead and get both of these bolts out. Get the ones on the top right here, then the front bumper should get out. Be taking the headlight out, taking the whole core support out, and we should be able to have a lot more space to work with. So I was able to go ahead and take off the headlights, crash support, and everything. So now it should all be chilling. Now the last thing is to take off the core support and the last bit of the intercooler pipings, as well as that little plastic piece off. So now after moving a little bit more, took out the core support, took out the little plastic piece. This thing is just held on by, I think, 3 screws on the outside, then another 3 screws on the underside. Took out the radiator, AC condenser, and I have pretty good aim, so made it all into the bucket. Alright, so just a little update. So I did go ahead and take out those 2 strut bars that do go to the side of the strut towers. I did go ahead and also take out the heater core lines, took out this Mishimoto catch can that I did have installed on the FA20. I did go ahead and take out the AC lines, but I took it out from this little box in the back, because since I am doing the LS swap and I am retaining the AC, the AC kit comes with a fitting there to adapt it to the LS compressor, AC compressor. So I did have to go and disconnect it from the back. Might as well just keep everything there so I can go ahead and lift the engine up all in one piece. And yep, just starting to disconnect, and I'll show you a little bit of me disconnecting the shifter and shifter linkage from the interior. Another update, I did go ahead and take off these three big connectors from the harness to the engine, the actual engine harness. I also did take off the starter wires as well as the bolts, wires, all that stuff. So that's disconnected. They go ahead and take out both fuel lines as well as this hose for the fuel. These were a mission to take off because they do have these two, let's see if you can see them, groove there. They have another groove in there. Yeah, if you can see them. So you have to pinch the top, you have to pinch here so they can like retract, and you can be able to just pull out. So now that I am under the car, I did go ahead and take out that exhaust nut that holds this exhaust in place, as well as I did take out the two bolts that goes from I think the mid pipe to the over pipe. So now that I did get the full exhaust out from back there through the, I guess, mid pipe cap back, and I did just leave the mufflers connected for now. So now what I'm going to go ahead and tackle is taking these bolts off for the drive shaft. So I'll go ahead and leave it like that, and we can go get it and get tackled onto the rest, the yoke, transmission. I did go ahead and take off the drive shaft. The drive shaft is completely off. I did not drain the transmission fluid because I was lazy to find the T whatever to drain the fluid. So once I do tilt it, it's probably all gonna come out of here. So I did go ahead and just normally you can take this off inside the interior when we do take the rest of everything off for the shifter, but I did go ahead and take off the two 12 mils that were holding this on. Just did go ahead and pop this off from the shifter, so now the shifter is just loosely hanging. It's just a clip. This is like a C clip. Take it off, not a C clip, but you know, just a regular clip. Take it off. This is gonna hang loose. Then you do go ahead and inside the interior take off like some bolts inside. Then this completely drops. Still connected, but then we'll completely drop it and then have the whole engine ready to come out. All right, so now that we are inside the interior, we're gonna be removing all of this. Okay, so now that we have that coming out, ooh, and they're dirty. Nice. So then we do go ahead and pop this out. Mine was already going bad. I did change it and it broke, so probably gonna be getting a new one of these as well. But this one, you just come out, pops out. Now your e-brake is booty naked. Since this is a push button start car, has 3 wires, 1, 2, and 3 for jack, USB, and the engine stop start. So I'm going to go ahead and take all 3 of these off. We were able to take this off. Since I did have the upgraded cluster on this car, I did have I did wire in the little controls for the little screen on the side right here. I'm pretty sure those should still be working with the swap, but I'm just gonna go ahead and set these aside. Then I'm gonna go ahead and take these bolts off. Then there's 2 bolts here, another one here and here. I'm pretty sure you have to take off the side panel, and then they should be able to come off. As well as you can see, this is where the boots and the bolts are gonna be at. So let me go ahead and get to that. Now we can go ahead and get tackled onto this. So first, you gotta remove these 2 springs. There, these 2 come off. I'm just gonna leave them here. So now it's just, I think this is to keep the exhaust fumes out of the engine compartment. So I'm gonna go ahead and take all of this off. Go ahead and put it here. So now we're gonna have these bolts, 1, 2, 3, 4 should be able to take off. It's gonna let us lift this up. I think you might have a little bit 4 more for the reverse lockout, and then we should be good to go. Okay, now that I did go ahead and take off that little rubber boot from here, just go ahead and yank it out, since I'm too lazy to take off the reverse lockout. It's a little pin right there. But now that you do take off the 12mm bolts right there, we're gonna go ahead and take out the 10mm. This is just for the reverse lockout, so when you go into first gear, you're good. You don't overthrow it, and then when you go into reverse. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take these off. Now that we do have this out, you can go ahead and remove these 4 bolts. These are 10mm. Go ahead and leave these here at the side. Take this bracket, then this is little thing. You can just leave this here since I don't think you can really take it out. Then you should be able to just yank this out. Go ahead and seal like that. There we go. Just like that. Take off all of it off. Now you're good to go for the transmission part. Now that we got everything basically much taken off, I did go ahead and take off the alternator bolt as well as the connector. Just set this aside right here. Don't mind this. This was for something else. Got the whole starter set taken off, put to the side right there. That way when we lift the engine up, it's going to be tucked away. All of these parts are connected, taken out the way. I did accidentally break this. Tees off to the boost gauge, boost controller, and wastegate. Not wastegate, yeah, wastegate. Not the wastegate. The turbo smart blow-off valve. So now that I did go ahead and take everything off, disconnect the quick connectors, drive shaft, transmission mounts, transmission shifter. Now it's going to need to take off the 2 motor mount bolts.
Morning lights, new dawn, yeah, we ready for more. Breaking out newborns, driven by the allure. Facing life head on, blowing fresh at the door. No limits, all in it, yeah, we ready to soar. Every step that I take, every move that I make, anticipating, no more waiting, elevating the stakes. Some full stride, eyes open, captivating the scene. True life, my time, liberating my dreams. Every challenge that I'm seeking to meet, I'm overcoming, steady grinding, keep my beat to the.
So now that you guys saw that the engine is actually fully out of that FRS, it is gone out. We left it on the tire. Now it's gonna be able to work on this car. Finally, I think I'm gonna prop it up on the engine stand I do have right here. I'll prop it up. I'm gonna start tearing into it, changing all the things to have it for the FRS body. But for now, I think that is it. The next video you'll see a little more engine prep of the FRS. But stay tuned for the next video, and I hope you guys did like this one. And next video we'll have a little more preparations of the chassis. I am gonna go ahead and give this a wash because it is very dirty. So yeah, if you guys do like it, please comment, share, subscribe, and take care and stay tuned for the next video.
I'm overzealous when I'm thinking about the cash flow. I never had no handouts, just came natural. I've been testing so much.